The Potosi Trojans fought their way to a 5-6 record last season. After starting the year 1-4, including last-minute losses to Owensville and Farmington, and losing all-conference running back Bubba Henson to a season-ending injury, the Trojans won 4 of their last 6 games. The players and staff of the Potosi football team took the early season losses and turned them into late-season blessings, forging a bond that is carried over into training camp. Despite the 2021 campaign ending at the hands of the eventual district champion Central Rebels, third-year head coach Dylan Wyrick is proud of the growth his team has shown, both on and off the field.
It's a breath of fresh air. You know, I've as a player and as a coach now, I've been a part of groups that weren't super tight. You know, and to see kids that, you know, they hang out outside of football, they watch film together outside of football, they talk about football outside of it. And they're just tight. You know, when they get done with practice, a lot of times they'll go out to eat together. They do stuff together, and that just that helps you go the extra mile whenever you face adversity and whenever they go through hard times. They know and they trust that they've got brothers to the left and to the right to pick them up and keep them going.
Standing between his brothers on the left and the right is senior quarterback Blake Coleman. After throwing for over 2,000 yards and 20 touchdowns last season, Coach Wyrick can already see the improvements from his signal caller.
He makes checks at the line, so if we get up there and he doesn't like what he sees or he sees something that's better, he can check into that, and we have full trust and confidence in him to get that done, and he knows that. So I think just overall, just his leadership, his grasp of the offense, and his responsibility. And I feel like he's a little more mobile. He's dropped some weight, gotten in some better shape, and he's moving around a little bit better.
Coleman echoes that statement. While continuing to upgrade his throwing ability, the senior wants to surprise defenders with his capacity to run.
I want to make people not know what's coming, you know. I'm attempting to become like a dual threat person. I want them to think I can run too. So maybe not have everybody dropping back all the time, and getting our run game pretty strong will kind of help keep off the pass only type play, but you know, just get accurate balls in and throw hard.
You've been doing a lot more cardio?
Yeah, especially out here. I mean, we're running every day for 3 hours, then gym and working outside of this.
Coleman's favorite target is returning, senior wide receiver Gavin Portell.
Oh yeah, you know I love throwing to Gavin Portell. You know, anytime he's running, I feel like I can just throw it up there like, hey, Gavin's down there somewhere, you know, and he's always coming down with the ball. So I'm just hoping for a more successful year, maybe get him to 1,000 yards.
Blake's always been my quarterback because he's in my grade. Me and him have always had a super tight connection because we've been playing catch since we were in first grade, and we're always just looking to find windows and hit seams that if you don't have a good connection and good trust in your quarterback, or him having good trust in me, that he wouldn't throw those balls, or he can trust me to throw maybe up a contested ball, and then I'm going to come down with it, or if anything, no one's coming down with it. Like it has to all do with trust, because me and him are super tight, and we're always talking about how to fix things, how to tighten things up, and just get better overall as a team.
If there's any more tightening up to do, opposing defenses could be in for trouble. The duo connected for over 900 yards and 10 touchdowns in their penultimate season.
I love run blocking. It's really fun when you get to just get to ring someone's bell. But I mean, catch the ball in open space and just getting to make moves and score touchdowns. I mean, that's what it's all about. I love getting the ball. I love when it's in my hands, because I think I can make plays with it, and I trust our other receivers too to also make plays, because we got a pretty talented group of receivers. Some new guys that have really impressed me, and a guy coming back from last year like Luke Brabham, who's last year was his first year playing football, and the strides he's made from last year to this year are incredible about how much better he's got.
Assisting Coleman in the run game is senior running back Zane West. Following the injury to Henson, West took on an expanded role to the tune of 700 yards and 8 touchdowns.
I just got better at kind of understanding the play design and knowing where seams open up, and trying to get upfield and just get vertical most of the time. And I think that's where I really improved and picked up some things from Bubba. He helped me along the way.
Zane's that guy that people look to, you know, and he's really improved as far as being mobile. Last year he came off a broken back, so he was more of a downhill runner. I feel like after running track in the spring, he's a little more springy and a little more agile and more confident in doing what he's doing.
The men blocking for West & Company will have some acclimating to do. The only returning starter on the offensive line is 6'3", 250-pound senior Nate Robinson.
You know, what Nate brings to the table, obviously he knows what he's doing, and he knows what everybody else is doing. So he's able to help those young guys and coach them up and get them right. But Nate is also a guy that's there for encouragement. and to build them up, but he's also he holds them accountable. He holds himself accountable first, and then he holds those younger guys accountable and keeps them going. And to have a guy like that they trust and that they believe in and that they'll follow after is awesome.
The Trojans will look a bit different this season, having to fill 7 starting roles on both sides of the ball. Other key contributors return, such as junior defensive end J.T. Cross and senior linemen Caleb Land and Eli Harris, along with wide receiver and first-team all-conference kicker Luke Brabham. But there is still some retooling to do.
Right now we're taking a lot of time to get mental reps and everything understandable for them so we can move forward onto the season, pick up the pace a little bit.
We're really young at the running back position, so when I'm not getting reps and doing my turn, taking my turns running the ball, then I'm trying to help out the younger kids and trying to show them the ropes and help them get better.
Almost had to kind of rewind and start from ground zero with some of these guys, and so for the older guys to remain patient and keep coaching these younger guys up, and the younger guys to keep learning, because we've got spots that we got to fill, and we got to fill it with some younger guys that aren't as experienced. So I think just learning every single day and just getting better just a little bit, brick by brick.
While helping to bring the younger guys along, the older guys have been getting prepared and have big expectations for their final season in a Potosi uniform.
I want to win a lot. I also want to have a lot of fun with my friends, but I just want people to not think they're just going to roll over us every time they show up. So hopefully we can just get more dominant as a team and show people what we're made of.
I'm trying to work towards probably all district and trying to get up there in all state, but biggest thing is I think we have a really good shot at making a run for a district championship this year, so that's the biggest goal on the list right now.
I think we can really show people kind of who we are this year, because we got a pretty tough schedule. No game this year is a gimme, and we're gonna have to really push hard to win most of these games. And I think as with how close we are as a team and our connection and our trust in each other, that we can really do that, and we can prove some people wrong and show some people really how good Potosi football is going to be for the next few years.
Potosi begins their season at home on August 26th versus St. Clair. They'll follow up with trips to Farmington, then Park Hill Central. The Trojans will host Valley Catholic in Week 4, followed by a home game with Fredericktown. Week 6 takes Potosi to St. Genevieve before taking on St. Charles West at home in Week 7. Potosi then heads to North County and finishes the season at home against Cape Central. Start every football Friday night with a Fleegs Equipment pregame show at 6 o'clock on J98, AM 800 KREI, AM 1400 KJEF, and MyMoInfo.com. Then we'll wrap things up with a Patsy's Furniture End Zone show. With Regional Radio Sports, I'm Griffin Weinberg.
Toes together on 3. 1, 2, 3, toes together.